You're alive? I mean, gee, that was quick. Doc said you'd be out for at least a week. Didn't expect you to be upright so soon, though. I'm glad to have you back. Really, I don't know what I'd do without you. Well, sheesh, Chief, I am now. Almost got to thinking you wouldn't wake up. I'd be leaving Good Springs without you. Nothing can keep us down, right? Not even bullets. Just like the Unstoppables. You bet. Well, you sent me into town for supplies. You don't remember that? You said you were gonna set up camp, but when I got back, you weren't there. I thought you'd split. Need another gun hand, huh? I'm all yours. You know, I've been thinking, you and me, we're like superheroes. Yeah, I'd be the Rat, and you could be Dead Hand, my sidekick. Pretty swell, huh? I could have sworn I told you all that before. I don't know. You've seen the Molerats out here in the waste, right? Big chompers, bad attitude. One time, this wild dog wandered into our camp with me and the other boys, and he tried to bite me. So I tried to bite him right back. And then after that, they started calling me Molerat. Big chompers, bad attitude. I don't really want to talk about it right now. Shoot. Oh, sorry. Too soon? Wasn't too bad, I guess. Arizona outside of the blast zone ain't half bad. Lots of forest there for a kid to hide. Mountains keeping the worst of the bad weather away. We were free to do anything we wanted. No one ever bothered us neither. Could have been that was because Caesar's Legion had their eye on the area. Camp Prescott's what we called it. The pre-war signs called it Wolf Creek. They never found us. We stayed pretty clear of the roads, and they didn't have much interest in wandering up into the mountains to get torn apart by some mutated bugs. One kid did get caught doing a supply run, but he must have not said anything because nobody came sniffing around. I heard they'd take kids and make them soldiers, so they would have loved to come find us if they knew we were out there. Sure thing, Chief. I'll keep my wits about me. Surprised Mr. House didn't offer to send us to Kansas if we brought him the platinum chip. Really? You want to know what I think about all this? Well, shucks. You know how I think of the NCR? They only care about lining their own coffers. All that ballyhoo about helping folks like us, it ain't true. Some other towns are just a wasteland with taxes. Bet my stack the Mojave will be no different. As for Vegas, it seems well enough with Mr. House running it, and folks living there favor him more than the others, that's for sure. Don't know why he'd want to mess with a good thing. Devil on my shoulder wanted to see him give the NCR their comeuppance, just because they're the only ones big enough to dish it out. But now, I don't know. If what I saw in Arizona is true, then towns like Good Springs would be left be. But I suppose that's after they got done purifying the dissolute, or whatever they call it. I mean, if you think so, but don't we have enough bounties on our heads already? A simple life ain't so bad, Chief. Okay, what's up? Yeah, I'm fine. It's just... You got bonked pretty hard there, Chief, and you're not remembering some things from before. I'm just worried you don't remember your bodyguard, you know? Maybe you lost a step or two. Right, no, right, that makes sense. I'm just glad you're upright, and you still got a working gun hand. It's okay that you don't remember our adventures. Really, it is, maybe they'll come back, you know? But I've been glad to have you back, man. Yeah, I could do that. Thanks. I feel a little better now. I guess we should get moving, huh? Howdy. It's, Winston. They call me Winston. Originally we're from New Reno, but Dad got a bee in his bonnet to move south and start a Brahmin farm. And Mom, of course, was thrilled. We never really got along before, my folks. But the farm, the smells, Mom hated it. They fought every day. Got to be she'd use me as an excuse to go see some guy in town. A trader from the hub. She was never gone too long. Then one day in the middle of the night, she left. Just a letter, saying she couldn't take it anymore. Didn't take long after Mom left for Dad to lose it. I didn't realize how much she did to keep the farm running. Neither did my dad. That's about all I want to say about that. That her spirit was fenced in like the Brahmin. That she outgrew the farm, outgrew us. But you know what they say, the rads are always greener on the other side. You never heard that? It's something my dad used to say. Folks go about thinking the grass will be greener on the other side, but most times it's the rads that are greener instead. Guess it was his way of saying that sometimes the best you're like to find is back in your own backyard. Wish Mom had felt the same. Thought about it, especially when travels take us by the hub, but I always seem to lose my nerve. Cold feet or whatever. Don't know what I'd say if I did find her, but she's probably not even there anymore, right? A while ago, the NCR put a bullet to him. Water poacher. Which, as you know, is just a mean way of saying we were dying of thirst. I was 10, and they plugged him like killing a feral ghoul. Called us water rats. When I saw what they did to my dad, something broke inside of me. It was like my head filled with bees. I could hear this drum inside of my chest. I had to get the heck out of there. I had to get the heck out of everywhere. So, I just ran. I ran until I didn't recognize anything. What saved me was a group of runaways like myself. Gave me food, water, shelter, and a new life. Look, I really hope you're not planning to work with the NCR, but I'm with you, no matter what you decide to do. Sure thing, Chief. I'll keep my wits about me. Dad would always look for comic books whenever he went into town, for the both of us. Anytime he brought back a new one, we'd read it together. Suppose that's why I like him so much now.
Watch out!
Stay still, I think. Sooner rather than later.
Over here! I've got you now. Aha!
Cool, jeez. Well, that settles that. I mean, he did kill you and take your magic poker chip, so I guess it's only right that you kill him back. So, what now? Okay, I'll tell you. Suppose I owe you that much. It was rough there for me, you know? Most folks have problems with mutants and raiders, but for me, the toughest part was the other kids. A boy named Gary, he and his gang used to bully me something fierce. One day I got it in my head that I should fight back. And, well, I guess I fought back a little too hard. I killed him. It was an accident. You weren't there, okay? It was like Lord of the Flies with us boys. Gary thought I was a wuss, a crybaby. I made the mistake of telling him what happened with my mom, and he said that it was my fault she left. I couldn't let him say stuff like that. I jumped on him, just swinging like crazy. All of us knew how to fight, but the other kids said I went feral. I didn't mean to, but when I shoved Gary, he tripped, and he clipped his head against a rock. He never woke up. I swear I did not mean to kill him. Still, it didn't matter. The other kids called me a murderer and kicked me out. Not that I wanted to stay there after that. Because I was scared. I thought that if you knew the truth, you'd abandon me like all the others. I've done stupid things, sure, but I've also done terrible things. Things I don't like to think about. I used to think I was going to be a loner for the rest of my life. I thought maybe I deserved to be alone. But he proved me wrong. You thought I wasn't a monster, and now I don't think that I am either. Thank you. And I thought Reno was all lit up. This place looks right out of a picture book. What should we do first?